And we're back for game number 2 of this best of 3. DK taking on the Chain Stack in an elimination match. It's win or go home for these two squads. One legendary, one an up-and-coming team. But in game 1, all about the one farming Burning. Burning making it look easy on Animage. Had great support from the rest of his team. And Chain Stack unable to capitalize on any early or mid-game aggression to try and close that map down. And it took him 30 minutes, but let's be honest. I mean, that game was more or less over around the 20-minute mark. Just a matter, all over but the crying is the expression here in the United States. I'm joined by Puppy, who's going to be happy to break it down for us. Tell us what went wrong in game number 1, Puppy.
Minor factors leading to big factors. They should have given Alchemist much more space at top. He was missing last hits, and he probably needed more levels. They should have utilized that hero much more. They should not have gone into an item build like Midas and Battle Fury. There's no reason. You can get like an 8-minute Lothars and phase boots after like 2 minutes right after it. You can have Lothars, phase boots, and just go in and start, pushing, fighting. It's risky, but you're still gonna lose if you don't risk. And also the Queen of Pain at middle lane. They could have given him a null talisman. They could have pulled him, and he could have dominated the lane a bit more, and it would have been maybe a bit different game where the Beastmaster doesn't get so much empty space, because he did get a lot of space. There was only one gank for him, and it did not work out. I don't think they would have even killed him if they would have ganked him, because the supports were next to him, and he had full HP, almost getting level 6. It would have actually turned out bad for them. It would have been like, let's say, Beastmaster dies, but they still kill 2 heroes. This is not a good combination for them anyway. And I don't know, they're just being a bit weird with this lineups. They gotta utilize their early stage pick, because they had we go in, we mow them down. That's what their pick was saying to me, but they didn't even start with that. They went for Farm Fest. Not a good idea against Beastmaster, Minotaur, Anti-Mage. You're not going to win.
And that's exactly how we saw it play out. I mean, the Alchemist was actually ahead of Burning in GPM for a while, but, I mean, they did nothing really to put any pressure on the Anti-Mage. The Battle Fury came out at a pretty decent clip. It was something insane with his Manta-style timing. It was like a 20-minute Manta-style treads Battle Fury that Anti-Mage got once he had the Battle Fury and was able to begin farming up in the woods, and Alchemist, of course, unable to keep up. Then the map control began to evaporate, and now we're going to see Lone Druid picked up first by DK. The first pick, Darkseer. Where are we here? I thought we were casting Asian Dota, not European Dota.
Radiant team pick.
Well, they do play like a European team. I already said that. And, I mean, Darkseer is not a bad hero, but I would say Lone Druid's stronger. Nyx Assassin's definitely stronger. But, we can see a strategy coming out, which is much more what I wanted to see. So this is a happy me, at least this time.
Yeah, seeing the Tinker pick up, I like that pickup out of Chains, and I touched on it a little bit during the draft in Game 1 when we saw the Animage talking about why Animage has become such a situational pick. In terms of, it comes down to the player and the team. Does the team feel really comfortable with him over, say, another late game-oriented hero? And a Tinker is just one of those heroes that makes an Anti-Mage pick a liability. I mean, when you talk about the pure damage that comes out from laser plus the miss percentage, that's never bad against an Anti-Mage. The mobility inherent in a Tinker, you can split push with it or you can stop split push with it. Now, though, seeing it with a Darkseer and a Juggernaut, that tells me Chain Stack wants to begin taking towers early and does not want to be in the same situation they were in Game 1. They don't want to lose map control. They want to have map control.
Yes, they definitely need 2 supports, though, that can harass the tower a bit more stronger than a Darkseer, Juggernaut, or Tinker can. So I'm definitely going to look forward to some kind of a Leshrac or a Chen. I think those are the 2 supports that they mainly need, but they can go a different way also. I don't really know what, but the Juggernaut will heal it up. But the only problem is that the Lone Druid is very good against Juggernaut, because he can just run in and kill the healing ward.
Well, taking a look at the way the lanes are likely to shape up now, I mean, Lone Druid, a hero who loves to have a solo lane if he can help it. Usually, if you can get, especially if you can isolate, say, a Burning on that hero, get him alone one-on-one in the solo safe lane, and maybe apply pressure elsewhere. That might be something DK can consider here. Shadow Demon still available to them. Leshrac would certainly jive with that, and they could take it away from Chain Stack. They're actually going to grab a mid and go ahead and pick up a Queen of Pain.
Well, Queen of Pain does really well against Tinker, so in this case, it's just good to have him because they don't necessarily want to fight them, I guess. Because let me tell you a thing about Juggernaut and Doxia. If they're gonna have slow heroes that can't move away from Juggernaut if he's spinning at them, this hero is very strong actually under Iron Shell because the Iron Shell does not fall if he uses the spin. And you can surge the Juggernaut. You can surge Iron Shell him and he just runs in. He will kill the Nyx Assassin instantly if he doesn't have Invis. There is no way of him surviving this combination. And that already means that Nyx Assassin cannot stop the push. That already means that if Lone Druid's not farmed enough to stop the push, I don't think they can already stop the push. So they must be putting their mindset into a gank instantly. They can't even start fighting if they end up not having two good supports in this position. Because Nyx Assassin is not a strong support against pushes.
Yep, and I agree with you, and that's kind of why I'm leaning towards, especially with a Queen of Pain, a hero who can show you mobility even before level 6, but once she has up Sonic Wave is really in good shape to fight. And we saw firsthand just how potent an offensive tri-lane that is composed of something like a Nyx Assassin, a Shadow Demon, a Lesh. Lesh will be banned out, so he won't be available, but still a lot of options. You're still going to have Keeper of the Light, who's still in the pool. You still have Lion. You still have Lena, so they certainly have a lot of options available, and unless they ban them out themselves, there's only so many Chains can take out. But seeing Chains, yep, Chains is actually taking out Lesh and Keeper here. Keeper, of course, if they want to push, you don't want to be trying to push into a Keeper of the Light.
Radiant team ban.
Well, in this case, I think Keeper of the Light would be actually good to give away. Because I don't think he will get much levels into the game. And he will be much more of a useless hero. Because DK really need a second stun. They can't have some kind of a coddle. They're going to end up having so many passive heroes. Nerubian that can't go really in front because this lineup tears him apart. There's March, there's Iron Shell, there's Vacuum, there's Juggernaut Spin. There's nothing he can do if he goes in front. Carapace does nothing right now. And if they would even have a coddle, Lone Druid, Queen of Pain, coddle, they have no combination at all. They can just watch how the towers die under the healing ward.
Still looking forward to that. They're going to take out Jakiro, so they're actually taking out some higher tier supports as well, trying to keep that away from Chain Stag. Now, we'll be able to get a general idea of exactly how Chains wants this early and mid-game phase to play out. We see they did ban out the Bounty Hunter as well. They're going to go ahead and pick up a Brewmaster, very strong level 6 hero.
Yes, Brewmaster.
The power.
Now they have 3 heroes that need farm. Actually 4. So, okay. Just a spectral aspect I am expecting.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm kind of trying to think along how they're going to lane this as well. I mean, Darkseer could set up shop in the woods, and that's fine. Brewmaster, Tinker, both heroes that generally want mid. They want experience. They want to get their levels up as quickly as they can. Juggernaut certainly needs some protecting as well. I mean, the Brewmaster is a little puzzling. DK, though, going to go ahead and pick up the Lena. So, Lena, you talked about her. They still had Lion available. They still have a number of heroes available that can give them what they need. Right now, what they're really lacking, though, at least, I mean, you've got Impale, and that's grand, and you've got, Light Strike Array, but they don't have any big AoE initiation. They don't have a Tidehunter and Enigma, something like that, and Chain Stack says, you know what, we are going to push like hell. They're going to grab a Shadow Shaman.
DK does not really need that right now. They need to get to the mid game without losing much. That's all they need. Because if their heroes get level 6, they become really strong. Because Nyx Assassin and Lena, if those 2 heroes are not seen on the map, you can't farm anymore without backup, and you have to back the heroes up. They have so many heroes that do stuff alone. Because Banta is not a hero that just stands behind you. Because he needs to farm this Blink Dagger. And this time that he's farming the Blink Dagger, you can utilize. The Doxy is the same. He's going to run around trying to, Iron Shell some creeps, get some farm out of that. The Tinker needs to get his Boots of Travels. He's going to try to split push and stuff. They're all seeming that they're all going to run around for a long time until they start gathering up. And this is the moments for the Clockwork, the Lena, Nyx Assassin, Queen of Pain to utilize their heroes and to just, kill them one by one constantly.
Clockwork, the last pickup, like that out of DK, gives them a little bit more team fight potential. Of course, the reach of a hero like that, essential if they expect to be taking fights early on. And we'll run through our lineups just momentarily. I will just go ahead and do it while we're Everybody's back in the base. Going to have the captain Risk playing on our Darkseer once again. Shadow Demon. Excuse me, Shadow Shaman. Handled by Minerva this time around. Going to have Chains playing our Tinker. Juggernaut will be played by Legendary. And in mid, we're going to have the stand-in once again. Chibix setting up shop in that central lane on the other side of the river. Burning going to be farming the Lone Druid. No surprise there. QQQ will be handling our buxom redhead, the Lena. Our buxom brunette, on the other hand, handled by XB. We'll have Clockwork played by Super, as mentioned, and MMY playing on our Nyx Assassin.
Well, we are seeing a Juggernaut support. That has been done once, I think. I don't know if it was against us or something, but I can remember something like that was played. I think it was Dignitas' Juggernaut. I'm not really sure, but it did not really work out because he needs levels.
Yep.
He really does.
Agreed. And once he gets a healing ward up, I mean, you know, I want to say I've seen this too, actually. I don't know if it was against you guys. I want to say I saw this played and even casted it somewhere. And what they did was run it with a keeper of the light-in lane. So he actually just got to level 2 and kept dropping his healing ward and using Blade Fury to farm the jungle to look for his levels. Not going to be an option here, as he doesn't have the bottomless well of mana known as Chakra. But I'm interested to see how this is going to pan out. We've already got a little bit of rotation. Minerva making his way past mid. Risk is there. And we're going to see what they're going to do. He may just double back now.
Well, in all honesty, I think if this Juggernaut would just run top and start, you know, mowing down this Lone Druid, because he would deal amounts of damage with an Iron Shell and Spin. If he would make this Lone Druid run away from the lane, I think it would be worth it to go there. So, I mean, right now I don't see him doing much, but the pull wasn't blocked, so maybe there are going to be different situations happening.
Down at bottom, very interesting tri-lane coming here. Our Queen of Pain joined by Lena, as well as the Nyx Assassin. A lot of kill potential here. They're going to have one hero with a concerted escape in the Blade Fury on the Juggernaut. Other than that, though, Tinker and Shadow Shaman, not the most mobile heroes in history, and pretty squishy early on.
I like what Risk is doing. He's not risking his HP.
Oh, we got jokes for days here, don't we? Me telling stupid League of Legends bar jokes, you making puns. We are literally the funniest people on the planet.
But come on, it's his nickname. Like, can't just leave it alone like that.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just so easy, man. It's like the chick at the bar that you see at 2 a.m. as they're closing down. Sometimes it's just so easy. You can't go away empty-handed. You just can't.
Well, it is actually a very smart move. And he's getting much more out of this than Burning is, even though he should not be. Because he's not wasting his tangos, which is very important. He's going to do it once more, I think, and that's going to be the final time he's going to use it.
Yep, he's got a decent amount of regen. 4 tangos still hanging out in his inventory, plus a salve. Cutting the creeps, Burning going to get there just in time to not quite steal the creep, but Risk obviously doing quite well. Almost level 4 already. Taking a look at Burning. He's not super far behind, but a bit far behind. And if there's anything good that I see really going the way of Chains right now, it's that it is not a low-risk proposition for them to try and invade this jungle. When you've got a Shadow Shaman, when you've got a Juggernaut in here, yes, Juggernaut's abilities as a support are going to prove themselves out. We'll see how well that's going to work out for them. But at the very least, as much damage as they have with the Nyx Assassin, the Lena, and the Queen of Pain, still very, very risky for those heroes to move in and possibly risk getting locked down by a shackle.
Well, as you can see now, they've realized that, well, this Queen of Pain is actually, you know, he doesn't even care about this lane anymore. So we're going to see this Darkseer gang starting up, and I think he's going to die. Might not, but let's take a look.
There's
he runs the wrong way.
Yep, and the follow-up.
Or the right way, actually.
Surging.
He has bottle. He can bottle up.
One last hit would have been... Oh, the rocket flare. Lands just a little too late. Shot it a bit wide, the bottle, and he was actually eating a tango at the same time. In the meantime, Queen of Pain's in trouble, and Chains gets first blood on the board after having their captain escape. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I want about. Even for a Queen of Pain, this is a, you know, these 3 heroes can lay it on you mighty quick at this level.
Well, I think it was the mistake of the Queen of Pain. Didn't really watch anything, but it must have been. because there's no reason for him to die in this place. Even if he gets shackled and he has to blink into the Juggernaut's Blade Fury, which probably happened, he could just run away instead of doing that. But only if he's out of position. Only if he's out of position.
We can see DK now supporting the burning, saying, you know what, Queen of Pain gonna do just fine so long as she doesn't die inexplicably once again. But for now, 1-0. Chain Stack leads. Taking a look at the last hits, we can see Burning is near the top. Surprising to see him ahead of the Darkseer, especially given the Darkseer did up. Hold on. We've got a... Yeah, we've got Brewmaster just being flat out chased. That's a haste rune on Super, and now he's going to drop the cogs. He's locked himself in. The Courier is right there, and he never took a swipe at it. Instead, trying to chase down the Brewmaster, the Courier makes it away as well. So, Chain Stack dodges a bullet. In the meantime, this tower, not in the dodging mood, taking a lot of damage from DK.
Yeah, Risk should have understood that this was going to happen. If he would have just ran into the base and teleported top, this tower would not be falling. But, you know, things can happen. They can, instead of that, they can pull. But there was nothing to pull, I think. The Golem, I'm not really sure, but it's just one of those situations where you can feel it or you can't, that they're going to start pushing or not.
Down at bottom, we can see the Tinker and the Shadow Shaman doing a decent job of zoning them out. Ward did go down. And we can see it right here, blocking this camp, so there will be no more stacking and pulling, at least for the immediate future. Take a look at our gold graph. We're just 5 minutes in, but it is moving heavily in the favor of DK, but mostly that's just tower gold. The difference we're seeing there, the experience actually moving in the direction of Chains for now.
I'm wondering, how is this Clockwork leading so much with the gold? Because he only had, like, 6 creeps more, but he had like 1,000 gold and more to give for.
Chains so far, I mean, Shibik's here in mid. He's got his bottle, he's got his tier 1 boots and a wand. We take a look at Super, he's got his boots. A bottle, 1,300 gold, so yeah, decent amount of gold lead there, at least for the moment. The surge from the tower gold certainly going to help in that regard. Burning's actually just free farming now. He's all the way across the other side of the river and not expecting any real pressure to be coming out of Chains.
You know, I've always wondered how much does this change the game, because the creeps that you kill, they always give a random amount of money. Not random, but so I don't know how it's called, but you know, the point is that there's a maximum and minimum amount.
Right.
And you can get maximum amount 30 times in a row, and you're just gonna out-farm your enemy for some reason.
Yep.
Does this, like, matter in game?
I think it's...
Not really sure.
I honestly don't know, but I would imagine it's probably on pseudo-random chance as well. Hang on, here we go. There's the split. Super might be in trouble, but what a beautifully lined up Light Striker Ray. Down go the cogs, and that's going to be just enough. So QQQ there to bail his buddy out. Not the best execution, to be perfectly honest, coming out from Chibix there. He got the split off, didn't use the rock, didn't use the air aspect, and that's a wasted level 6 ultimate.
He did throw a rock at him, but he should have tornadoed him right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Level 7, actually.
At least the Tinker is getting farmed.
Taking a look at Chains. He's got 2,000 gold in the bank. He's got his boots of travel more or less done, but DK saying, you know what, we've had enough of that Tinker having his way with bottom. We're going to smoke up 2 people on the way to help out Queen of Pain.
You should buy it. Risking a lot.
And now, yeah, he's just going to go ahead and bail out. And he, yep, got him now. Be ready to bounce back to lane momentarily. DK, not one, oh, wow. Poor Minerva. That's unfortunate. He is going to double back. They should be able to catch him, though. He doesn't even have boots. Wow, they lost him. Went the wrong way.
Sad day. Sad day for the supporters of DK.
Very happy day if you happen to be poor Minerva walking around barefoot, stomping with dirty feet through the woods, trying to find some way to help out. Queen of Pain grabs herself an invisibility rune. She is going to hang on to it for now. And now we're going to have a hook on Chibix in mid. Doesn't have split. Super eating a lot of damage. There's a follow-up Light Striker Ray. And the Courier, that Courier has been living life by a thread, man. He has been close to so many fights so far.
He likes it, man. He's Roshan. He's like born to fight. He's like, come on, hit me.
It's the baby Roshan, man.
Roshan. Yeah.
Very
I've
cool.
got items.
Who's your favorite courier?
I don't really know.
Gotta have one. Everybody's got one, man. Hold that thought. Legendary. Queen of Pain's there. Cover of Invis. She's got Sonic Wave. Spend it. Oh, doesn't even have to. Just gonna blink ahead, get the Scream of Pain off, and down she goes, make it 2-1, favoring DK now.
If there would be a mini butcher, then I would go for that. Because I like the mini pudge.
Heard it here first. Next best-selling item on the Dota 2 store. Mini pudge. Mini pudge. I'm a Zonky guy. I like the Zonky.
I'd like mini pudge.
9 minutes in, relatively quiet. 3 kills on the board, 2 belong to DK. We're talking 2,000 gold moving in their direction. The experience now has turned in their favor as well. Chibik's playing a little chest out here in front. He's going to have split available in 10 seconds. Light Striker Ray will catch him from the high ground, but no real threat at the moment. Now, with Tinker having those boots of travel up, we see Juggernaut's not quite level 5 yet, let alone level 6. He's got 2 points in the healing ward, just heard a hook that was super, and didn't hit anything but a creep.
Let's see this Lina. You know what I actually hate about careers? The ones that have like super pixie. Wait, look at this fight going on with Super.
Super drops the cogs, but he's locked in with some bad folks that mean him no good business. Wow, well-timed, unbelievably well-timed Light Striker Ray now. Queen of Pain might end up sacking herself. Blink in. He's got Sonic Wave if he wants to use it. Only one down. There's Chains to clean things up with the laser. And QQQ just hit one of the prettiest Light Striker Rays I've ever seen. Timed that so well with the end of Blade Fury.
Anyway, I hate the careers that have like this pixie type of crap behind them, and you can't even know if that's a career or it's like a new hero or what the hell is it going on. And the careers that look like they're airplanes or they're not. You know, there's weird careers out there that look like they're on the ground, but they're actually not.
Right.
The freaking, I don't know, something's weird with them. They look the stupid freaking Greevils and shit. They look weird, man. They look weird. All I gotta say, I don't know what the hell a Greevil is. They look weird.
So you don't like mythical effects is what you're telling me. You don't like the custom essence effects.
No, the effects are okay, but if you overdo them, then it's gonna be like, I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm playing some kind of a Dora the Explorer Dota.
Heard it here first. Dora the Explorer, next Dota 2 courier going into the game. By the recommendation of our buddy Puppy. Now, what do you think of the Hexapus? Gotta ask the Hexapus here. You can see him in DK's well.
It's a nice crabby.
Nice crabby. Do you like his little hat? I think his hat's adorable.
He's cool. He's cool. I like him.
Not too much. He's got some sparkles hanging off of his butt here. So, but that's acceptable. That's an acceptable amount of shiny pixie stuff.
It's a nice G1 league. I like when tournaments have their own career.
Yeah, I do too.
Really like that.
I like when teams have their own courier too.
Yeah, it's a big deal actually.
Oh yeah,
If you get every team with a career in every tournament, it's gonna, well, it hypes up some stuff, and you can get like some items for the fans, whoever likes whatever they like. Mm-hmm. It's all good stuff.
I was actually just plugging the Na'Vi courier, but hey, we can talk about whatever you want. I was just giving you a chance to be like, yeah, pick up the awesome Na'Vi. What is it, the Weasel Crow, I think?
It's a sausage, man.
It's a sausage.
It's a freaking sausage.
It is a ferret.
It's a sausage. I see what I see. It's a sausage.
If you've ever met a ferret, they tend to smell like rotten sausage. Hang on, we're going to have a shackle catching our Queen of Pain, vacuum back, going to be able to blink to safety, though. MMY was there to help out. Just in case, a little bit of rocket damage, and he actually got Carapace up there, so Chains ate a little bit of damage. But anyway, the reason we're talking about couriers, it is relatively quiet. This feels more like an Asian Dota game compared to what we saw yesterday, for example. 5 kills on the board. We're 13 minutes into the game. The gold has leveled off right around 3,000, the advantage of DK. A little under 1,500 experience in their direction as well. And just looking to find their stride right now. So at this stage of the game, Puppy, who do you think is really under the gun here? Is it back to Chains? Chains, to me, feels like a team that needs to make something happen pretty soon.
Well, they have the potential to take down towers. They still need their level 6 Rasta and level 9 Juggernaut. They really need the level 9 Juggernaut. But overall, it's looking pretty even, because Panda's always going to disrupt Lone Droid. It's always going to be happening, and if it really depends on who's going to get the mech first. Because I can see that DK is not getting it. DK is not getting a mech first because I see a vitality booster on Super, which I think is not the greatest idea. I think he should still go mana boots and mech. But you know, his choice. He's going to get not ganked.
Super drops the cogs enough to keep him alive. That's something we didn't really talk about, by the way, that you just touched on, is how really good of a counter Brewmaster is to a Lone Druid. Just because once he splits, he's able to use the air aspect to toss the bear off the map. That gives you time to rock down or just lock down the Lone Druid himself, and we may see that happen here as the wards have gone down, and really not the best timing on that.
Farm.
Yeah, basically.
You just want to hit him.
And Chibix spotted out. That's unfortunate. That is a super dead Panda Bear who did not get to use his all. What a hook! Super coming from the shoelaces. Omni Slash helps bail him out some. Damage still done, and there's a good vacuum, actually, that brings them back. Chibix, fresh up off the buyback, is going to go ahead and use Split. We see Super and Queen of Pain not in shape to fight. Light Striker Ray not going to catch anything. Rocket's not enough to finish him off, at least not yet. They do finally chase him down. And now we see the power of the Brewmaster Ultimate. And really, oh no, now as soon as he reassembles, gets rooted down and paid back for his insolence. So they're able to not only hold through the fight, but they're able to force the buyback to get nothing but one kill. Tower still stands.
Yeah, this is a basic bad move by a new team if they think that. I said already that they need their mech and they need their level 6 roster, and they still need to get level 9 in Juggernaut. They don't necessarily need to wait for the level 9 Juggernaut, but instantly when they got level 6 on roster just went in and placed the wards like, yes! But that's not a good idea. That's not a good game plan. He just fed the wards away, and they created a fight that they shouldn't have even been taken that point.
Completely agree, and we can see Burning doing what Burning does. He's tops on the board in terms of levels. We take a look at GPM. He's even higher than Tinker, who has had his boots of travel for some time. He is going to be going with the more popular Asian approach to the Lone Druid now, which is to get up. He actually did do the full-out buy 2 Gloves of Haste and then build 1 into your armlet, which we see activated now on the Bear. Follow that up with a Maelstrom, most likely. And he's on a real good pace with that. 16 minutes in, has it up already. In the meantime, going to have another kill at bottom as DK is just continuing to ring up Chain Stack.
I think I need a new career, like a dog, you know.
Need to get the Zonky. You gotta buy the.
I need a puppy career. Come on.
Exactly.
And the dog should look like me. I don't know how the hell that's possible.
Well, I can tell you this, without giving away spoilers. I happen to know with intimate knowledge that there is a dog-like courier. Someone is making for something in the future. So maybe you can rock that once we get it up and going. Here we go. Hook's going to come in, going to catch 2. Risk and Minerva. Sonic Wave cleans them both up. There's the follow-up. So quick as he finished off. Legendary with a just level 1 Omni Slash. Basically gave them a back massage before being killed as well. That's really how it felt. Poor guy went in, Omni Slash, like, yeah! And then he just slashes 3 times for about 300 damage, and then he died.
Well, they've given away so much time for DK, which they did not have to give away, but you know, that's what you get for trialing heroes that need level 6 very fast.
3 to 10. DK takes down their third tower of the game. Not a single tier 1 left remaining for Chain Stack so far. Only 1 tower down, and that's the tier 1 here in mid. Gone courtesy of Chain Stack, so still fairly in this game, I guess. But, I mean, it's when you look at their lineup has a best buy date. They don't have a lineup that's going to be able to scale 30, 40 minutes into this game and hang with DK in any real way. I mean, Tinker, as good as he is, you know, he can't do it by himself, and he's surrounded by a lot of heroes who tend to peak in the later stages of the early game and on into the mid game. And given this is when they should be feeling lethal, and they're actually just pretty far behind.
If they would not be far behind, I would say that the lead is still in C-Stack, but their carries and their motives have been placed on different positions, and I don't really know what they want to do. Because if this Juggernaut would be strong, and like if he would have had a phase boots, drums, and next item, if he would have had already these items, then he would be a big thing, you know. He would deal a lot of damage. He would be level 11, and he would kill Lina or Nerubian in 1 hit. of ultimate. But that's not the real case. Let's see how this push goes.
Moving up, gonna try and take a tier 1. Very important battle here for Chainstack. Wards go down. Here comes the mass reaction. The Bear's there to clean the wards up, and yeah, they're just not gonna care. They're just gonna sit back out of March range. The Bear's gonna happily bring down the wards. Now they can re-engage out if they want. And this is not how Chainstack needs to be fighting. You know, to me, that's a situation where if they're going to TP react like that, you're going to throw the wards down. And correct me if I'm wrong. Hold on. Looks like we are going to have counter initiation. They're going to look for a hook. There's Shibik spotted out. Manages to make it back. He actually just split. Now here we go. There goes the Omni Slash. Legendary takes some damage. We see Nyx Assassin taking some damage as well. Cogs are down. Very spread out battle. And yeah, they're going to chase all the way back under the tier 1 top. Rock going to lock down Lena. And that's a very dead, very, very dead Chibix now. Lena actually survived all that. And yeah, Chibix eating a root. He's going to try to TP away. Sonic Wave says, no, sir. You're going home, but you ain't going home via a TP scroll. 12-4, another big win for DK.
The Lena did not survive that.
How'd she end up dying? She was alive when I looked at her. March got her? Okay. GG, stop feed, Lena. Stop feed.
Well, I'm not really sure why are they playing this roster like this, because, I mean, 10 minutes ago they did the same mistake. They just placed the wards on the tower. They don't have to necessarily place it on the tower. They can place it on the range of the attack so the wards will hit the tower. And this ensures that the Tinker can actually go in front and laser the bear. And the bear won't do anything. Like, there's so many combinations they can do. And they're just not doing that. They're just placing the wards thinking that that will save the day. But in the first game, they banned Lone Droid and Batrider. They banned the Lone Droid. And this time they gave away a Lone Droid. And Lone Droid does not give a single, you know, he doesn't care.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Let's see, what the approach they're taking, what I was going to say before the fight broke out, was that if you're going to do it that way, like if you're going to rush the tower and you're going to drop wards like that, you don't need to rush the tower, then fall back, you know, out of tower range. You need to rush the tower, get your whole team under the enemy tower as they're trying to TP in, and then force them into making a decision. Hold on, Minerva. Jeez, that bear's hitting hard. That is a pissed-off Panda Bear. But force them into a situation where if they're TPing in and your whole team's under the tower, wards are down, and you're waiting on them with the Panda ult and a potential clap, that's where you want to be. You know, make them decide, are we going to actually go into this, into a hot LZ and risk being caught by everything, or do we just sack the tower? Instead, what they're doing is like the worst of both worlds, dropping the wards right on top of the tower, then backing out, so it's basically just feeding the Spirit Bear.
Yes, it is. And they're not... What happens sometimes in pushes is that neither team is benefiting anything from it. But as I can see, if you give away 350 gold all the time to the bear, he's benefiting a lot in this case.
Roshan looked to be the next target. Burning is making his way down. Bear's recalled after he did a little scout job, and really, what can they even try to do to contest this? That bear is so huge right now. He's already had his Maelstrom. He's had that Maelstrom up for a few minutes now. Burning's already... Did he just buy something else? There's the bear. Yeah, and he's now got a Hyperstone on this bear, so he's not only hitting hard, but he's hitting very, very quickly.
I like how the Roshan looks like he stinks or something like that because of the Venom Orb.
Well, I mean, if you spend all your time in a pit full of skulls or whatever else is in here...
Dude, yes. He's a clean dude. He's a clean dude. It's
I mean, he does live by the river, so I mean, it should be pretty easy.
He's a rock, for God's sake.
The DK now moving back into the Radiant side. Radiant side jungle. And this could go very poorly for Chainstack. They're going to get flanked very, very badly. And there's the spam.
Benefits them much more, I think. Let's see.
Up there's Darkseer, immediately caught out. Omni Slash going to go out. They may be able to clean him up. There's a hook, though, going to catch Minerva. Good vacuum! And DK eating a lot of damage. But the Primal Split might be enough to turn it around. Burning actually just doesn't care, now that I notice. The bear is tossed into the air by the air aspect. Here comes Tinker back and ready to fight. Actually, the creep was killed, so he doesn't make the landing. Super will be cleaned up. And the Aegis popped. But now, with the Queen of Pain back up and ready to roll, they should be able to finish cleaning this battle up. They're going to be able to bring down Chibix after the Light Striker raid. Down he goes. Tinker's still alive, but unable to do much of anything. 23 minutes, 17-6, pretty much all DK. 7,500 gold after that fight, 10,000 experience.
Like I said, it will benefit them much more if they come from behind and flank them, because there's the problem for C-Stack is they can't get to the DK lineup. They just can't. They can't go through Lone Druid and expect like, oh, nothing's gonna happen. We're just gonna kill the tower. No, he's just gonna kill your heroes if they enter the tower range. And if you go back, you're gonna get a hook shot on yourself. And if you're gonna wait for that moment, I think the Queen of Pain can silence one of the heroes, and you will already end up losing the fight instantly. But if they come from behind and they can see that, then you probably see a Hex, which it did, insta-Hex, and you get the Juggernaut ultimate, and then Rube died instantly. And they could have used all their spells on heroes, which they could not do last time.
Tell you what, Scary Burning's going to have an Assault Cure ass soon. If that's what he wants to go for. I mean, I guess he could build a Mjolnir out of that Maelstrom if he wants to, but... Yeah, I mean, that Assault Cure ass, if that is going to be the choice, going to be on the way very soon. 25 minutes into the game, and it's like a lot like Game 1. He's getting close to filling up that Bear's inventory. I mean, he can drop a Stout Shield, he can improve his boots, Orb of Venom, whatever. Usually you want to keep that around.
Boots of Travels.
There you go. Boots of Travel.
On the Bear. More movement speed. Even though he's hasted already, you still need more.
Exactly. 25 minutes just rolling past it, taking a look at Super. He's got a Vanguard, picked up a gem as well, so Vision going to be a forlorn hope for Chain Stack. The Panda with that Blink has not really done much else, has a set of Arcane Boots. Looking at the Juggernaut, he is finally level 11, finally going to get more than 3 slashes out of his Omni Slash. And it's, when I look at Legendary, I can't help but think too little too late. You got Drum's Phase, that's excellent. Those would have been great items 10 minutes ago.
Yes, they would have. They probably would not have changed the game much if they would have played like that, because the Tinker would be very underfarmed. But yeah, they went with this lineup. They picked up the Panda. They knew the risks. Also, look at the Panda. Like, this purple... Is that him smelling, or is that him smelling bad or smelling good? That's the question.
Purple? Don't say purple on the Panda. Oh, you're talking about the actual bear.
Oh, the Panda.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hang on one second. We got to fight. Dota fight. We're going to see Laguna Blade spin. Good vacuum into the wall, though. Might give them a chance to finally get a team win under their belt. Nope. Sonic Wave from Queen of Pain. Enough to do a lot of damage and lock one down. And the Brewmaster down to his last aspect. Here comes the Omni Slash. Lina will survive just barely. Legendary making his presence known. And this is the best fight they've had all game, and unfortunately unable to get a single kill out of it. Yeah, you said Panda. I started looking at the Brewmaster. Because Brewmaster, he ain't purple. What you talking about, puppy?
Yeah. 2 pandas, man. 2 pandas in this game.
The actual Panda Bear. I would say that's just more like, hold on, they are going to come back out off of this. Little flare action, and they will keep the tower up. So there is a bright spot of hope for Chain Stack, actually able to hold it together and keep a tower up.
Well, yes, if they can farm some items a bit, and if they would have had... If they could have gotten a little bit of a better fight there, because there's some things that matter in this game that don't actually matter, but I'll tell you one thing. If a vacuum hits and after that Rasta places the wards, all those heroes will be trapped in there. And if that will happen, you will see a different fight.
Yeah, I would say if you have every hero trapped inside Rasta wards. I've never seen that, actually. All right, there you go, Chain Stack. That is now your mission. You want to make me a happy caster? I want to see it. Make it happen, guys. But back to the Panda. I'd say that's just like, he's just so beast, man. Like, you ever just see like those dudes who lift way too many weights and they're just like giving off like this glow because it's like the sun reflects off of them because they're so bulky? That's that Panda right now. With the Maelstrom, with the Armlet, with the Assault Cuirass, which was just completed. That is a scary, fluffy little Panda Bear.
Yeah, but is he smelling good? Or is he smelling bad? That's the question.
I mean, he's a bear, so he probably smells like bear asshole. I mean, that's... I've spent time around bears. They tend to smell like butt.
No, okay. Okay.
I live in West Virginia, man. Like, there's bears around here.
No. Like, thumbs up, whatever.
Thumbs up, whatever.
Good times,
Exactly. Exactly. Bear asshole. Here we go. Tinker, spotted out. Peace out. See you soon. Luna doesn't get the kill, but use the Laguna Blade, and that's just gratuitous. That is not needed, Lena.
You said Luna?
Well, my bad. Well, my bad.
We all-
Lena, Noobcaster, doesn't know his heroes.
Newcastle.
It says,
Believe this stuff.
that's what it is, man. Total Noobcaster, OP champs.
Well, what can we expect from this game now? Because if they start killing the Tinker, who is very close to his Hex,
Double damage.
but never gonna get his Hex. Well, what's gonna be happening in this game? We're probably gonna see a Hex on the Queen of Pain earlier, and he's basically gonna Hex the Tinker, even though if he's gonna have Hex now.
Thanks.
So there's not many openings I can see for C-Stack.
I mean, Chain Stack, again, they showed us something, at least gave us a glimmer of hope. They're now going to be forced to burn their glyph to keep this tier 2 up. TP reaction's coming, but that Panda, smelly as he is, does not care. And he ate the laser, but doesn't matter. At least they do get the deny, so at the very least not giving up quite as much gold. DD up on the Queen of Pain if she wants to engage. She's not far from Hex, really. She'll have a Mystic Staff up just about as soon as she wants it. And right now, though, DK going to be, I wouldn't say forced back, more like they're just going to withdraw. Chibix is now making his way towards an Aghanim Scepter. He's added the point booster to his inventory. Rest of the supports, though, still hurting a bit. Ghost Scepter pickup on Risk gives him a chance to stay alive a little bit longer, I guess. But the problem with a pickup like Ghost Scepter is if DK just communicates, you've got Laguna Plate and you've got, Sonic Wave. There's a lot of things that can do a lot of damage to a Ghost Scepter Darkseer.
Yeah, it is true. I think it doesn't matter if he has the Ghost Scepter or not. It's a situational pickup. He might have went for the pipe. It would have been a better idea, maybe.
That mech been done for a while, and it's want to say while we have a moment that let's be honest, Chain Stack not in the best of shape here, facing elimination, may well end up losing this game 2 and taking their exit from G1, but they're a team that I hope sticks together and keeps playing. It's always so fun to watch new teams develop, and yeah, I mean I've got the Golden Experience scrap up, and it's not looking great for them, but they're a team everyone should keep up with. They've been able to get some impressive wins under their belt. They beat some teams that no one expected them to beat on their way here today. They beat For Love, actually. That's the team they had to beat to get out of Phase 2. And so, just much caster love and much encouragement to the players of Chain Stack if they go back and watch these VODs.
Oh, well, they're the newcomers. Newcomers mean that new players are coming around, they're playing, and they're trying to win. Because if players themselves that are new to this game and they want to compete and they can't compete, then what the hell's going on? There's always should be some glimmer of hope to people that are trying to get to the scene. So this is them trying, but failing is also a good part of trying.
Learn more from failures than you do from successes most of the time, just not nearly as fun. But DK anyway, perhaps going to be, well, there's no perhaps to it. They will be happy if they are able to close this game out, to finally get their first win of 2013 under their belt. And that's something we can talk about, Puppy. I mean, you've gone through periods of extended downtime in your professional career. Like, how do you bounce back and shake the rust off after 2 or 3 months of downtime if you're a professional Dota player on a professional Dota team?
I don't know. I find motives why I want to do this. Because for one reason, like the easiest reason is to have fun.
Yep.
It really is. But it's not always the case. Because winning is having fun also for lots of people, as well as me. But, the motives are, getting older and stuff. You tend to understand what the hell you actually want to do with your life. And,
right.
You're looking at your parents and stuff. Hey, I should be better. Like, I literally want to make you guys happy and stuff. I want to be the best, son I could be. So I'm going to, try to be this guy who's developing so many things with my mind and crafting a lot of things in the game that you should even not was even not thought about before, like 6 years ago or 7.
Right.
But now it's happening and I'm now doing it. And if you want to do something like this, because gaming is not easy.
No.
It's just like poker players. Very easy example. You can't just become a good poker player. You have to put time in it. You have to become a personality. You can't just become a poker player. It's very hard to do so. And even the players that are on top, they always have their downtime and uptime. And they have the same motives, They have the same motives as gamers.
Very well said. Perfect timing on the conclusion of the thought as well. I hope you guys caught that. That's truth that I can relate to there, Puppy. But we'll leave that where it is right now. The wards go down defensively this time. They're going to be on the tower, this time on the friendly side of the tower, though. And DK looking to potentially finish things off. They get a win here. We've reached that point where the respawn timers are sufficiently long that a win right now, if they're, oh, they actually do manage to kill the bear off. And Burning will have a resummon. Didn't see who they put the Aegis on. Yep, Queen of Pain again. She has her Scythe of Ice as well, so they've got a number of ways to get in and get out. And here comes the Panda. He's going to clap and go for it. There's the split. Can they get the Luna? Excuse me, the Lena. In the meantime, a lot of damage being done. There's Laguna Blade, Sonic Wave. A lot of magic all over the place. Omni Slash does a bit of damage. The Panda still chasing down the Lena. She's going to eat a rock. In the meantime, the rest of the team going to re-engage. We see the hook land on Legendary. Good vacuum right into the wall, but is it enough? Doesn't look like it will be. Super will be forced off, but the Queen of Pain still in great shape. Has not dropped down her Aegis yet. And DK able to pull back and lick their wounds without losing anyone. A lot of damage done, and we can see the team fight potential of Chain Stack lineup showing itself as they did a lot of damage, just unfortunately unable to put together any kills or keep that tower standing.
Yeah, unfortunately they're 25k XP behind to do something. Because if it would have been leveled, I think they could have won the fight easily.
Mm-hmm. Showed a lot of patience there. And Risk landing a good vacuum wall, certainly a big part of that. The Panda initiation was excellent. He caught 3 or 4 with the clap, and of course the split did its job, but 22-6, and the hole perhaps a little bit too deep to dig themselves out of now.
I don't think so, really, because I don't see the Queen of Pain getting much... Like, he's gonna get stronger, obviously, but he hasn't been a big presence in the game, and I don't think he's gonna be if he's not going to start playing better or something like that, because he needs to start making moves, but C-Stack is just, he doesn't let you do moves since they're just walking together.
Right.
What you going to try? He really needs to either step up and become super cocky and just end up silencing this Rasta, hexing the Juggernaut or the Darkseer, but he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't see anything. He thinks the Tinker will teleport in and he will die, but, you know, moves are moves. He still has Aegis, but he doesn't have anybody to back him up. They're protecting Burning. But that is the real reason why DK don't work so well, because they are always protecting Burning. And you know how other teams protect their carry? They just farm. They don't care. They just farm. They end up going to the lane like you would see the Weaver of Orange or IG. They just go on the lane and they just farm, because they know if they have to get the Zhao, I think, or Zoe, or Zhao, or Zoe, whatever his name is. If they have to get to that guy, if they have to get to Mushi, they're gonna have to get through Weaver. And that is simple maths. That is simple chess. You just have to understand that earlier or later.
Last outer tier tower remaining. Now the target as they make their way down top lane. We've got Chains mostly spread out. 3 in mid. Yeah, not even going to be close to getting there in time to keep that up. And this might be a potential game-ending push. Pipe's going to be popped. We've got Vendetta on the next assassin. He's going to look for a target. Glyph will be used. Pipe still active on everyone, and Chains looking for an opening. Panda going to be ready to initiate. There we go. Good vacuum. Excuse me. Good wall. Now everything goes down. Utter chaos amidst that, and we see the Sonic Wave catch most of them, though. And Juggernaut unable to stay standing. Hook not even necessary. And it looked like Chainstack was going to have something going there. They got the wall down. I thought we were going to see the vacuum into the wards that you had mentioned, but just not in the cards. 25-6. First set of racks will end up dropping, and I'm pretty sure we can catch the GG sometime here momentarily.
Well, they are just over-farmed, and there's nothing they can do about it. They did not utilize the Juggernaut at all. The pick was just there. The healing ward is not healing anybody. You know, the only time that it healed something and it mattered, do you know where it was? It was at the bottom tower where the Earth aspect was dying to Burning, and it was like 200 HP,
right?
But it was getting healed by the freaking healing ward. So that was the only time I think the healing ward meant something.
Middle tower.
Just under 38 minutes, still waiting on the Ancient to blow, so we can take a look at your final scoreboard. And yeah, you can see Tinker was actually, well, I mean, now they've all logged out, but even before that, Tinker was the only person on the entire map for Chainstack that was even within range of the farm of DK. Everyone else just underleveled, underfarmed, and there it goes. So Chainstack, along with their Ancient here in Game 2, reach their bloody end. DK eliminates them, rolling 2-0, getting their first win of 2013 under their belt, and doing so in very impressive fashion. 38 minutes, 2 seconds. The official game time, 6-25. The final kill score, and yeah, man, not a whole lot to say. I mean, we joked around a bit, you know, and I just want to say one more time for the guys in chains, I really hope you guys stick together and keep playing. I think you've got a lot of potential, so don't give up. You made it further into Phase 3 than anyone, and I do mean anyone, expected you to, so stick with it, guys, and we look forward to seeing you back in more tournaments in the future. DK, though, keeps their Phase 3 hopes alive. They're still going to have a long way to go, got to play their way out of 3rd place if they want to find a way to reach the Live Land Finals, but at least they have one more day to keep on breathing. Thanks to you once again, Puppy, for joining me for the broadcast. Not the most thrilling game, certainly not on par with where we were yesterday with that series, but still had some fun with you.
Well, it's still Dota, man. It's still Dota.